Welcome back to Champion News Talk Radio. We are brought to you by championnews.net, and we are your choice for the conservative voice. Today, our founder, Jack Roeser, and myself have Tom with us, and we are going to be talking this segment about the vision that OTTO is helping to perpetrate for Carpentersville.
Tom is the president of OTTO Engineering, a vertical manufacturing company of 500 and more talented people making high-quality things, where they're going up in space in an aircraft to communications devices for the police, the firemen, and the federales. And we make stuff that really works. So
you're adding value in the cosmos, but as well as here in Carpentersville. And Tom, what is OTTO? What are they helping to do here in Carpentersville?
Think about this concept. When you help somebody's child, they really feel good about your help. And I think that that's true about when you help somebody's family in total. And Carpentersville is really a tale of two cities. It is an area where our business is located that was built at the turn of the century. And there's a bunch of old homes. It's called Old Town Carpentersville. And then there's 5,000 more homes that were built in 1950, 1960 for the returning soldier. That housing stock got very tired. Where our factory was, that was a slum. And we were able to really shine that up and change the complexion of what the Old Town area is. And it's beautiful, and now neighbors around here are investing in their home to rebirth this.
There are what we call painted ladies here, homes.
It is terrific. And in the Meadowdale area of Carpentersville that was built in the 50s for returning soldiers, in 2008, when I went through there one day during the foreclosure crisis, I saw 200 empty homes. And I went to the city, to the county, to the state. I even went to Habitat for Humanity. What can you do? And their model at the time was to build new homes, not to renovate homes. I think they're now into the renovation concept too. But what we knew is that if Carpentersville became Detroit, that was bad for my employees and bad for my business. So we started to invest there. And in the Meadowdale area, we have purchased about 150 single-family homes that we have renovated, and they're for sale for what we have in them. We'll open book them. And you can...
Meadowdale was not a good area. It looked decrepit, and it wasn't a good family spot.
But it wasn't a bad family spot. It just had this part of it that was filtered throughout the 5,000 homes, but it wasn't a bad spot. And in 1960, John Kennedy actually came to campaign here because this was really an up-and-coming place in America, kind of like a Levittown of building these homes, but that it did get tired. Well, we were able to go in there, and in 2008 and 9, we're the only people that bought any properties, but to start to fix them. And we put a sign in the front yard that said, OTTO Engineering is renovating this home to help retain the value of the neighborhood. Well, now others are starting to see that they can buy a home and there'll be an exit. They can either move there or they can fix it. When I was in high school, there was a suburb...
Can I stop you there a moment? Homes by OTTO meant, when he meant fix them up, these homes are in bad condition. Fix them up meant a new roof, new siding, new windows and doors, gut the inside, just get rid of it, whatever smells there were, insulate it, put entirely new walls and so forth in, and all new furnaces, kitchen appliances. These homes were way better than when they were new.
They are essentially a new home.
Far better.
It's a new home.
And what we want to do is buy the worst home on the block, because that's the home no one will buy. If it's a nice condition and for sale, someone will buy that and move into it. But what we're seeing in Carpentersville now is that the investment in the Old Town area with our business, the investment in the homes by OTTO, or in the in the Morningside area where we have purchased a number of townhomes to control that area, that the capital stock is much improved. But I want to move to a different concept too, in that this month is Boys and Girls Club of America month. And Carpentersville has a Boys and Girls Club with about 1,200 members. It's the best kept secret around the area. And we've been here about 17 or so years doing that, and OTTO has been a partner with them for about 15 of those 17. But when you think about the Boys and Girls Club and how that starts to grow the capital stock, we've got kids now that have been there for 15 years. So they are graduates of the high school and still involved with the Boys and Girls Club.
So you're
Tom, this is a
mentoring the
safe
younger ones.
community.
Well, the other day I was talking to the new chief of police, Chief Pop, a terrific guy, by the way. And there is new management in this town, and people who had heard me disparage the village management of Carpentersville, it's much improved. It's getting much more business friendly. But I asked the chief something that I had heard, but I wanted him to validate. I said, how's our gang problem here? And he said, we don't have a gang problem anymore. Now, I don't see the gang taggings around here, but I would attribute some of that to the Boys and Girls Club.
I'm sure.
Because if you're standing on a corner and you're 10 years old and someone says, what do you do? And you want to associate, you can associate with a gang guy, or you can associate with a Boys and Girls Club guy. And you know, when you look out into a gymnasium, they're built with cinder block and steel and metal roofing. That's the same stuff you make jails out of. And you can make Boys and Girls Clubs, or you can make jails. But when you look at Carpentersville today, and what I would tell people, if you haven't been here in the last 5 years, you haven't been here. The housing stock has improved. The buildings around have improved. The people have improved. There's jobs here to be had, although Kane County has about a 10 or 12% unemployment rate. But when I was in high school, there was a suburb called Rolling Meadows that people called Rolling Ghettos. The houses are very similar to the Meadowdale houses here. They are 900 to 1,200 square feet houses, often built on a slab, 5 models, 5,000 of them. But people started to invest in Rolling Meadows in the late 60s, and that is a very nice town. No one would think of it as Rolling Ghettos. That's where Carpentersville is now. And I would encourage people to take a drive out here.
Take a drive out here, take a ride over the river, and we're going to come back right after the break. Stay with us. Don't go away. You'll learn a lot more.